I'm back with new mic and let's start a new amazing let's play of Chaos Dwarfs. Obviously with a tutorial intertwined. So what do we do at the very beginning of the campaign? We do go into the technology, we go into the sorcery, and we click Conclave Dominance. So why Conclave Dominance? When we're playing as Astragoth, we already have boosts to influence and we want to utilize it to the fullest. Influence is super important for unifying the Chaos Dwarfs early on. And on top of that, there are really good bonuses in here. Control, extra control somewhere in here. And also more casualties captured, so more labor and then some extra armaments, some extra winds of magic, and diplomacy doesn't really matter. So we did that. Now we put our hero into the army, and in Uskulak we do go for the prototype Mega Mortar. It's a insanely powerful building for the Chaos Dwarfs. Allows you to bombard the enemies and also reduces the enemy army's movement range. They will not easily escape you. And now we are going for our first battle. And obviously we do have to fight it because we don't want to lose too many troops. And this battle is not hard by any means if you know how to utilize your strengths. So we want to pick off their Lord and their Black Orcs by utilizing our Blunderbusses. So our Blunderbusses go to their left and Chaos Dwarf Warriors go to the well. And the heroes in the middle and the center renders on the right flank to support the Greenskin troops. And we start the battle and go and start dropping the burning wrath onto the black orcs. And we start moving the can extend on flank. So those troops are not good by any means, but we're gonna be recruiting them regardless of that. Because we just have to plug the holes in our army. And hero is super strong. And the Astragoth is just amazing. And let's drop another Burning Wrath top of the Black Orcs while our troops are moving to the positions, and at some point with the spell bombardment just make the enemies start moving towards us, so we could actually stop the entire battle. And they are already moving. Let's make sure that the skirmish mode is not on. And let's drop another burning wrath onto the black orcs. And now they are moving for sure. And Astragoth go here. And you go over here. And we can send the Centaur Renders against the Goblin Wolf Riders. And you please target the Black Orcs. We're gonna drop a cascading fire cloak. And those troops can start moving forward. And you shoot their lord actually. And goblins start advancing. Okay, everything is working out just fine. And maybe we'll be able to break their morale. Their lord is basically dead. Yep, they should be broken. Perfect, it's almost over. If we do some friendly fire to the laborers, it doesn't really matter. And their lord is dead. And Astragoth is one of those lords that you really want to boost into magic from the get-go, because he just becomes amazing. And let's try inflicting a little bit of casualties on this army. Okay, and let's end it. 21 losses, marvelous. So as long as you're playing around your blunderbusses, it's super easy. And be mindful not to advance them too far, because the enemy will eventually come to you anyway, because you have tools to make them come to you. Okay, so we do want extra labor, because we don't really have to replenish that much. And I think I will turn off the Iron Man for the next campaign, because those saves are just pissing me off. And go into the settlement and start the battle. This is super easy battle, and we will most likely be able to just finish it off with the Blunderbusses and the Hero and Lord. Start deployment. We want to utilize the rock on the middle of the map, so our blunderbusses cannot be flanked from the left. And then everything else can go onto the right flank. And let's start the battle. And select everything, start moving forward. Okay, and let's send the renders. And obviously, let's not forget to toggle the skirmish mode off. So I do prefer to have it toggled on at the beginning of the battle, because it's better to forget to toggle it off than to forget to toggle it on. Especially if you are playing some skirmish heavy troops, like Outriders or something like the gyrocopters. Okay, and we will be within their range in a second now, because they should start advancing. And the renders go in place. There isn't really much to do in this battle from this point onwards. There isn't much spells to toggle or cast. And everything should be done by the troops. And to be fair, if it's only one melee unit coming at the blunderbusses, then you can perfectly just leave them without any protection. It starts being a problem if there is more than one unit, because 2 units of Blunderbusses will stop almost any other unit of infantry charging at them. So another play into your strengths. Okay, and the bull center is gonna be saved. Please get out of that engagement. I don't want you to be fighting there. Okay, fire into those gobos. I'm advancing. You're not chasing, perfect, and getting into the crossfire. And use the burning wrath. And do remember, chase the troops after the battles, it gives you more benefits, but I'm not gonna be doing that because I don't want to waste your time. And do consider subscribing if you're enjoying the episode. I'll really appreciate that. Help me, keep me motivated. And yeah, our renders got 201 kills. The blunderbusses did a bit less, but they really did a lot of damage there. Alright, 120 lost, not that it really matters. And we start with occupying as outpost. And why outpost? Because we want extra raw materials as fast as we can, but we are gonna be starting with the Hobgoblin Mastering Camp. Right, and you got a Talisman of Obsidian. Okay, so we do recruit a Chaos Dwarf Warriors with shields, and a Great Taurus, and a Orc Laborer unit. And you are gonna be getting Burning Wrath, and you are gonna be getting the Ash Storm. And why Ash Storm? Ash Storm is an amazing spell that reduces the fire resistance of the enemy troops, and combined with the Kindle Flame, it's gonna be 40% weakness to fire damage, which is absolutely insane because the Hobgoblin archers have the flaming arrows. And they are just gonna melt anything that they shoot at while those debuffs are on. So if you want the strong debuff, drop the Ash Storm, and if you want a weaker debuff, just drop any spell, and everything around the caster will be debuffed by 20%, and with Ash Storm 40%. And then if you're also firing at something that is already having weakness of fire, it's even more ridiculous. And the turn is taking forever as always. But there is nothing we can do except eliminating more factions, but then the turns don't really get that reduced, because it just takes more time to skip those turns. Like, I cannot wait to play the 40k Total War, because I bet that there will be mostly up to 50 factions per a campaign, and it's gonna be nice. Okay, and let's go into the Fordrożny Ward. And it's gonna be a settlement battle. And let's fight. So we have to absolutely utilize the strength of our Blunderbusses here. And I think I'm gonna just drop the laborer troops on the other side. Work as a distraction, maybe cap some points. I could do same with the bull centaurs. Maybe not. Nah, I'm just gonna send those here. Those here. So the orcs are gonna have to move some troops over there. Then our main force is gonna be coming from here. And let's turn off your skirmish mode. And plays differently. Alright. And there is gonna be some misclicks here and there because I've got new mouse with higher DPI and I'm still getting used to it. And let's start deployment, start battle, and start moving our main force forward. Do they have any visible troops over there? Not really. Okay, so let's start moving forward. You also start moving forward. And with those troops, we don't really have to engage with them at all. But if there is no enemy troops in here, it's gonna be amazing. Because it will just allow us to get a bonus of some leadership and melee defense, I believe. Usually I just don't remember what exactly it does, because my battles usually finish in the very first place the engagement has started, so I'm not really familiar with the bonuses that victory points provide. Okay, I move slightly forward. And Astragoth, you could start casting. Okay, I do believe that they don't have any troops protecting those, which is great. And we could send the hero there. And the renders over here, but not through the enemy forces, please. And Astragoth is full health, so he can tank a lot. Okay, let's speed it up slightly. Okay, will you start firing? No. You will once we move to here. And we can debuff the enemies. Okay, please do start firing already. So they have become slower. Okay, there is no resistance on the left. There is some resistance on the right. And the same situation on the other flank. Okay. What does it exactly do? Melee attack and leadership. I thought melee defense. Okay, I want you to go forward. You also go forward, and the Blunderbusses also go forward here. And we already have gotten that capture point as well. They do only have one of the cap points and the main point, and the bulls and our hero can stage those goblins because no, they are spear goblins. That's not great. Then you can start fighting them. We can send this bull center, not bull center, great Taurus there is well. And let's send the Chaos Warriors over there. Okay, so the enemy is doing something that I don't really like, which is splitting their forces. And I would have rather fought them in one place. But it's not that big of a... Okay, and you can go and start attacking the barricade over here, and our hero is getting super battered from fighting with goblins because they do have spears. Spears are OP. Here. Okay, so let's drop a storm and start sending Astragoth forward. How are our renders doing? What they're fighting? They're fighting a barricade and possibly archers. Okay, that unit is basically gone. Okay, you can rejoin the main forces on the middle. And you are getting shredded by the archers. Okay, you go forward. No, actually not you. You go forward. And drop a spell on yourself. You start engagement. Oh no, you cannot. I thought it was destroyed. So let's send Great Taurus into the archers and let's move up the Blunderbusses forward. And let's drop the Ash Storm. And actually we can send the Great Taurus against their lord. And you start firing at those Orc boys, please. And you go after the Goblin archers. And here we have a melee unit blocking their reinforcements. And Blunderbusses should be starting to shred the enemies. Finish off this barricade already, please. Keep on firing on them. And Great Taurus, extra melee defense, please. What are you doing? You had literally no order, and you started to just move wherever you pleased. Alright, and this battle is almost done. Okay, so you want to be facing backwards for that unit of goblins. And can we... yeah, let's do it. By the way, do you do fire damage? No, you don't. Okay. Finish off that lord. Should be easily done. They fire at the Orc boys now. And focus on the lord. You move to the right. I know why it broke. I thought that this Chaos Warrior unit was shooting at, not shooting, attacking that. Okay. You can move away. You have Goblin unit in here, which we can charge with 2 units. We can use 3 units against those goblins. And it's almost over. So it's a bit of the mess because they decided to spread the units. Would have been way better if they were all just sitting in one place and waiting for us, especially later on once we get the good spells. But regardless, it's over already, and it's not that we do have to conserve our troops that much. The Blunderbusses did a great job, 1600, and the Bull Centaurs didn't do that much gold value, but they got a ton of kills. And we occupy this settlement as a factory. And we're gonna start producing some armaments quite soon. And factory. Okay, and we got the entire province, so we can drop the blowing smokestacks commandment for extra control over the province. And we want to build the overseer's camp. We want to destroy the... what is it called? The Hobgoblin Mastering Camp. We want to give Astragoth a... Kindle Flame. And we would like to recruit some Hobgoblin archers, but we don't have money. So what do? We go into here and press sell labor. That's why I was getting labor all the time so far. And you do get hard to hit. And obviously we do recruit the Hobgoblin archers. 3 of them is perfect. And after that, we will start moving towards the Saber Mountain to take out the Ogres. And if you want it, actually I want as well, let's get a unit of Chaos Warriors. And obviously those with shields are generally superior. And let's get into the next turn. So everyone is saying that there should be more legendary lords, more factions on the map. But actually, recently, I do have grown quite annoyed by the turn skipping. So I would much rather prefer to have smaller campaigns at which you can just activate and deactivate some legendary lords if you wanted. So let's say I want the Immortal Empires, like the Warhammer Total War 1 map alone, without anything else. The Warhammer 2 map without anything else, but in Warhammer 3. And I don't want any special mechanics in there. I just want the campaigns to be smaller. Because as I said, it's just a chore waiting for the turns to finish. And I'm playing on quite powerful graphics card, so it's a NVIDIA 3070 RTX, so there shouldn't be any problem, but there is a problem with waiting for the turns to go over. And what do I build? I do build the Miner's Workshop. And how much labor it would cost? It would cost 400. And how much labor do I need for this province? Probably not that much, so I could rush the construction. Yeah. So now I'm gonna get the strip mine for extra raw materials. And the labor is gonna be a problem only after it finishes. And I don't really want any of those troops, so it doesn't really matter to build it. And here we have two things that we can do. So we can either start raiding the ogres to get extra labor and extra income, or we can just recruit extra troops. And I'm gonna go for extra troops. Or actually, I can only get one. Unless I can sell some labor. No, I cannot. Okay, so I'm not gonna go for the extra troops. I'm just gonna go over the border. And actually I cannot because I don't have enough movement range. Okay, then Hobgoblin archers it is. And obviously you would have a bit more gold than I do right now if you chased all your enemies. But for me it's plenty. Just for the fact that I don't have to chase them forever. Okay, so we are not within range of them. So we are gonna hop over. We're gonna start raiding and move forward. We're gonna get extra labor thanks to that. And obviously extra income. And let's... no, I'm not gonna build that. And after we fight those ogres, we are gonna get our labor back to full. Which is gonna be amazing. because at the beginning of the next turn we're gonna go over the labor requirement. Unfortunately, or fortunately. And by the way, if you're still around and you're enjoying the episode, consider subscribing and leave a like, a comment. I will be answering any questions in the comments about enemy mechanic or anything about the game, pretty much. Oh, and we finished a mission as well, so we are gonna be golden on the labor. Okay. And I'm really gonna turn off the Iron Man because I hate those saves all the time. Okay, a military convoys. Let's see, whom do we have? We have the connected guy, which has physical resistance for the army, which is amazing. And we do have a war machinist, guys. And he gets 2 really good war machines, which is also amazing. So this one is alright, but he gets the Dreadquake, which is absolutely insane. And we're gonna go with the one that has the Dreadquake. And we're gonna dispatch it somewhere where we can get a lot of raw materials. So 163, 137. Okay. So we are gonna be maxing out the convoy. We're gonna be sending it to the north because it's giving us the most raw resources. Okay, dispatch. And we can close this. And let's check if anyone would like to deal with us in any way. No one wants. And let's check if you're fighting anyone, not you. If you are fighting anyone, you're not fighting anyone. Unfortunately, if they did, I would have declared the war through the diplomatic action. And we are getting the killing fire. Perfect. Now we turn off the raiding stance and we go after their settlement. And let's fight this. Don't auto-resolve this. Because you're gonna suffer for a long while and possibly even kill your campaign by auto-resolving this battle at this point. And we can perfectly utilize those rock formations on the right side of the map. Alright, so all our ranged troops, please do not skirmish. And the blunderbusses are gonna make a kill zone on both sides. And the hobgoblins are gonna be positioned like so. And the chaff is gonna be sitting here in the forest. So we're gonna utilize the forest so the ogres cannot really hurt that much. And the hero and lord are gonna be going to the front. The great weapon chaos dwarfs are gonna be standing here. And the Taurus is gonna come in. Actually, let's put it down so they can target him. And you are gonna be sitting in the middle. Okay, and skirmish mode is off and start this battle. And we already have access to our Dreadquake bombardments, which is absolutely amazing. And we can move forward and forward. Should we be more on the middle? We could move a bit forward and a bit forward and a lot forward. Want you to be more square. Want you to be more square as well. And they should be coming in soon. Okay, they will be in range of the Hobgoblin archers. Come on, start shooting. Make them come. Yes, they are coming. Okay, and first Ash Storm can be dropped in. And just look at how they are being shredded by the fact that the fire resistance of theirs have been reduced. Okay, they got to us, and let's drop the Dreadquake over there. It's gonna be glorious, it's gonna be amazing, it's gonna kill a ton. Unless they dodge it. He dodged it. No, not entirely. Alright. Astragoth, please use the Cascading Cloak. And they are flanking really long. And the Great Taurus go over there. And Astragoth drop another spell to make the enemies weak to fire. Where is the... Oh, come on. It's sometimes important to toggle the guard mode. Focus fire their lord. Focus fire their lord. And Ash Storm, please. The lord is melting. Please do melt before my unit routes. No, no, unfortunately not. Okay, so we are gonna be dropping the Dreadquake most likely over there. Over here. Or maybe over here. Okay, so let's do it on the front line. It's gonna kill a ton. They are also mass routing. It may have been better to drop it over here. Okay, so remember, our single entities don't really care about the Dreadquakes. Our infantry is super vulnerable to that, and small cavalry. Okay, they have pushed through our chaff on the left flank. You want to go there. Okay, let's slow them all. This battle definitely could go way better. I mean, it's super bad that I missed most of the two Dreadquakes. But well, whatever. We're still gonna win this. And their second lord is here. So let's use the Cascading Cloak on top of my lord. Okay, so this flank is gonna be crumbling at any moment now. And those troops are gonna be also crumbling. Okay, need you over there, and you focus on their lord. Oh, this battle could have went way better. But it's not the end of the campaign. But auto-resolving this would be. And you are probably gonna kill him. Use another cascading cloak. Where are our bulls and our renders? They are in the forest. Get out of the forest. Their second lord dying would probably make them mass out now. Where are the bulls? The ogre bulls. Okay, it's gonna be over. Mass route anytime now. Yep. Alright. So this battle is over. It could have been easier. It would have been easier if I have been spending time to chase the troops before. But honestly, I have not been doing that because I'm re-recording this because the previous save has been corrupted. So last time I had 4 units of the Hobgoblin archers. I had also a unit of sneaky gits. So my army was composed of 18 units instead of 15. But yeah. And occupy it as a tower. Whenever you can get the tower, get the tower. Because more towers equals more influence, which equals more snowballing. And we are full on labor again. And let's build the mine shaft. And I don't really want to build this upgrade probably ever. Unless you really want those Hobgoblin bolt throwers, but they are nothing special. And now we are gonna be getting the Ash Storm tier 2 and Evasion. And for you, we're gonna be maxing out the Hard to Hit and getting Woundmaker. And what we can build here, we cannot really build much. Let's get the patrol routes. It's gonna help us in the long run. And since it doesn't cost much, we could get the barracks already. So we can recruit extra hobgoblins in here. And I'm not recruiting anything for this army just yet, because I don't want more laborers. I want some hobgoblin units. And the turn is gonna take forever again. By the way, I'm curious what you're doing when you're watching my episode. Drop in the comments what you're doing when you're watching. Like, are you painting your minis or playing the Total War Warhammer 3 campaign yourself? Or are you just watching me rambling all the time and you enjoy it? Okay, so we can get a unit of monitors for 1,000, and that's a good spending because monitors are super powerful. One of the few ogre units that I actually think is good. Okay, we can spend some Conclave Influence. And what do I want to get? I would like to get something that will boost our either influence or the raw resources. I believe the raw resources are somewhere in here. Yes. So we are getting the raw resources. So we are gonna be getting 445 per turn. Yeah. And how much will it take to upgrade Oskulak? 2000. So this will be another 4 turns to even think about that, and then we could possibly rush the construction if we wished for that. And also, if you are ever having too much labor, then you can utilize. Don't be afraid to just drop any of those labor actions, because they do boost you really well. 10 extra influence is amazing. And also you can get extra money and control in your province. I obviously do prefer to have the... Okay, so I don't have to move there. No, I do have to move to be able to attack in the next turn. And this army is full of chaff. Okay, so I want 2 more Hobgoblin archers and 1 Snaky Git. And next turn. Yeah, though that minor Orcs faction will be super easy to deal with. And then we will have to fight the Toad. And by Toad, I mean Tamukan. And also, whenever you're fighting in this region and Grises is still alive, try farming him for his trade. Get his trade on as many lords as possible. Is that Nargle corruption that I see? No, it's not. It's just green trees. Kind of looked like Nargle corruption. So let's see whom is this faction fighting with. They are fighting with Cloak. Okay. And Cloak, who are you fighting with? Oh, I don't see Cloak just yet. That's a shame. So I cannot declare war on them by interacting with Cloak, which is unfortunate. But maybe I do want to wait another turn to get extra 3 units of Hobgoblins. So here I'm just gonna go for the Sneaky Gits. And I could spend 750 to upgrade this. But that would prevent me from upgrading Uskulak in 2 turns, so I'm not gonna do that. Okay. So next turn it is. Okay, we got extra capacity for the Bull Centaur heroes, and we got Gorduz. Gorduz is with us, and we got extra labor thanks to that as well. So now I can disband this Orc laborer unit, get Gorduz in, and Gorduz, in case that you don't know, he is boosting the Hobgoblin troops by quite a bit. Because he has those two lines. So Sneaky giving the stock to all Hobgoblin units, and also boosting his troops by quite a bit. So +9 melee attack and 20% weapon strength is super good. Extra ammunition and extra missile strength, amazing again. And 9 melee defense and missile resistance, and also the speed, amazing, just amazing. And the get the gates ability, which summons a unit of goblin cutthroats. And then he is also quite okay as a hero, especially considering his legendary items. Okay, so do we see Kolek yet? No, we don't. Then we cannot utilize this war to get extra gold. Maybe I will see him somewhere here. No, unfortunately. Then let's just declare war on this faction and take over the Ice Spewer. And this is a battle which you could afford to auto-resolve, but I don't want to lose too much. Especially since we don't know what's happening with the Tamukan yet. Oh, this is gonna be a bloody massacre. They're coming from our side. So their main force is gonna be quite close to us then. They have here nothing much. Okay. I want all of you here. All of you go forward. And the pool go forward. Gorduz in the middle. Start deployment, start battle. They're coming at us. Perfect. And those troops already have the physical resistance, which is super useful to have. We go from the right flank. 140. Go after them, go after them, go after them, and go after them. Sneaky Gits are super powerful at dealing with infantry, and especially with hordes of weak infantry. This one got quite damaged because of the charge, but it doesn't really make any difference at this point. And let's drop the spell. Oh, you're shooting at me. I don't think you want to really be standing here. And I forgot to turn off the skirmish mode. Some of the cutthroats are gonna be running away for now, but it's not a big deal. Like, they can take damage. They will be replenishing super quick because of Gorduz. And we will be done with them before the the reinforcing army comes. Almost. And let's fast forward it. Okay, and let's set up. And are their forces done for? Yes, basically. And let's fast forward again. And slow it now. They are gonna be within our range in a moment now. Let's slow them down. And as you can see, this spell is just making those units take so much damage. So sometimes when you're thinking of spells, it's important to not think like it's doing this or that. Think of how much can you utilize it in combination with other stuff to make it really powerful. And where is Gorduz? Gorduz is here. Okay. I wasted those abilities because I thought he was with other heroes. Okay, Cascading Cloak for Astragoth. And could you all focus fire on this Orc Lord? He should be having, yes, he has fire weakness. Soon he's gonna be able to have better fire weakness. Okay. Let's get our Lord away. On. Yeah, they are just shredding him even though they barely have any damage. Okay, so I would like to kill you so you don't come back to haunt me. But honestly, just for the experience. Him to die for extra experience. And let's speed it up. Alright. This bottle here. And I think this is the time to be ending the episode. So I am gonna be showing you in the next one how to deal with either Tamukan or Grimgor, depending on which one will attack us first. And what else can I say? Do consider subscribing and drop a comment about the stuff that you're doing when you're watching me, and occupy as the outpost in here. And the game has been saved. So see you in the next one.